Hello and welcome back to the Tom Christiano Show. Well, today we're doing a 1-hour special show at Roberts Field and at Friendship Park and also at the Pollinator Park. We're going to be talking to the chairperson of the Roberts Field Renovation Committee. We'll also be talking to some Eagle Scouts about their projects. They've been doing a lot of hard work building bridges and walkways over at the pond, the Roberts Field Pond. We'll also be visiting the Pollinator Park, which is near the pond, with a couple of people. We're doing a weed walk with Jocelyn and Chris. It's going to be a fabulous show, so please watch the entire thing if you want to know all about Roberts Field. So I'm here at Friendship Park at Roberts Field with Shana Mickle, who is the chairman of the Roberts Field Renovation Project. Welcome, Shana.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for being here. It's great to have you on the show. I know how busy you are with your family and everything and your job, and so it was so great to be able to get together with such a wonderful person this morning and so enthusiastic.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you. I'm glad to be here. So.
And I guess you come here at Roberts Field a lot because you have 2 young children?
Yeah, we come here a lot. My husband was born and raised in Chelmsford, and so we have 2 and 3-year-old boys.
Nice.
And they're just very active, and so we're always looking for places to bring them in town and out of town and wherever, just to burn off some of that energy. Nice. And so, yeah.
So you come here do they come once a week or a couple times?
We come here at least once a week to the Roberts Field itself in Friendship Park. So, yeah.
And it's a fantastic playground now, but I guess part of the renovation project is to redo the playground or something?
Yeah, so, the playground, I believe, is coming to the end of its lifespan. And I believe that, it's between 20 and 23 years kind of old at this point. So
really, it still looks pretty good.
It does, because they've really tried to, I think, maintain it very well. You see some of the newer rings and things like that.
Yeah.
But they really have tried to maintain it, I think, pretty well.
And they is who maintains it?
Nick Parley, the Parks Committee.
Parks Committee,
Gary
Persichetti.
Yeah. So his whole kind of crew, I think they try to keep up with the maintenance and things like that. But again, it is kind of coming to the end of its official life. And I think this whole thing was kind of born out of the fact that I actually grew up in a little small town called Whitman, south of Boston.
Oh, and I've never heard of it.
Yeah. Well, it's a small town, 2 stoplights, 3 Dunkin' Donuts.
Really? Really? Is that true? 3 Dunkin' Donuts?
No lie. But the town park, we had a beautiful town park that was designed by Olmsted, who designed Central Park in New York City.
I've heard of him.
And it was the core of our life as a town. And we did everything there. They had a beautiful playground like this. We had a pool, a town pool, a beautiful gazebo with a pond, a beautiful baseball field, things like that. And our life as a town and a community revolved around that park. And the town that I grew up in kind of reminds me of Chelmsford in the way that, they really celebrate 4th of July, and it's a huge thing. And so when I moved here and we kind of found, Roberts Field and came and we're here in this community, I thought this is such a wonderful space.
Yes.
But it doesn't seem like it's being utilized to its full potential.
Yes. Yeah.
And so it was kind of just, born out of that this could be a beautiful park, for Chelmsford. And so that's really where it came from.
Wow. So, and what's the plan with the park, if you don't mind?
Yeah. So we've been working on this now for about a year. We have a committee established through the town, and the plan we're right now, a master plan is out to bid. So we will be working on selecting a company that's going to go through and design a master plan, similar to the plan for Varney, how that kind of process worked. Yeah. So we're hoping for that by the end of September, beginning of October. And if you want details on kind of like what we're thinking.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So we're definitely thinking that, sort of by default, and I want to regress a little bit. I don't want people to think that this committee is solely about a new playground.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
My idea for this and our idea for this is that it's going to be a very all-encompassing space. So it's going to be for the entire community, all ages, you know, not just kids and families. It's for everybody. So, but I think, you know, again, by default, because the playground is coming to the end of its life, that the playground may have to be the first, you know, phase in the project.
Yes, yeah.
So, so we're looking at that. Maybe not possibly in the same area, but very close. We're looking at possibly a brand new pony-sized baseball field, but beautiful. I mean, we're talking like Cooperstown-ish. I mean, and again, you know, I'm one of those people that I kind of, you know, think big and then scale back from there because, you know, all people can say, I guess, is no.
Yeah.
So brand new playground, and then also two pony-sized baseball field. We've thrown around the idea. One large baseball field, but beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
Possibly two basketball courts.
Two basketball courts?
Yeah,
nice.
possibly.
A lot of kids could love playing at those. Just come and play after school or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what we used to do when I was young. Played a lot of basketball at the parks.
Right, and I think, you know, even having, you know, a little setup where there's, you know, maybe some little bleachers or something like that. So if like CYBL wanted to run a 3-on-3 tournament or something like that.
That'd be great.
So, so again, some basketball courts. We're kind of throwing out the idea of some bocce courts too.
Yeah, I'd love that, being Italian.
Yeah, with some like, you know, chess tables and things like that.
Oh, that's great.
But
you could have tables with the boards already looking like a checkerboard or whatever kind of thing.
Kind of Central Parkish.
Yeah,
you know, kind of like thing. And so we're also thinking maybe too a beach volleyball court. We've kind of thrown that out.
Volleyball would be great. That's really popular
sand.
to come and play.
Yeah, my personal favorite thing of everything here, of course, I love everything, but maybe throwing out the idea of doing a small amphitheater for music
that'd be
and
fantastic.
Community events and things like that. So, you know, Chelmsford Center of the Arts wanted to do like Shakespeare in the Park or something like that. But I do want to reassure people that this design isn't going to be just a cluster of things. There is still going to be a lot of open space. It's enough open space that if there wanted to be overflow soccer or lacrosse or anything, that there's going to be plenty of place to do that. We're thinking of new bathroom facilities, possibly in the
That'd be nice.
the garage that's there now, and possibly a small splash pad for the summer.
Kids would love that.
Oh yeah, and I think that would be great.
And it'd be a lot safer than a swimming pool, which you need lifeguards and everything.
Right.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So it sounds fantastic to me. I can't wait to come over myself and play bocce or I don't know. Oh, the amphitheater for me I'd love, because there's a lot of musicians and singers here in Chelmsford. I think just somebody could come with the guitar who might sing and just invite people. You could have 10, 20, 40 people in the amphitheater listening to them just for nothing in an afternoon or an early evening or something. Or if you have lights, you could even have it in the evening in the summers. But I think that would be a great venue for me that I'd love to see.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, you know, would enjoy that. And again, I don't want, community members and neighborhood members to get the idea that this is going to be, you know, again, we want it to have a park feel, not an attraction feel, a park-like feel, you know, for the community. And also, too, you know, manicured space. We want it to be beautiful. So, you know, maybe, you know, not so much of the chain link fences, but like natural, you know, landscaping and things like that. I mean, not that the fences are bad. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you know, they don't look that good.
Overall,
I think,
like beautify the space.
Yes,
in general. So that's kind of like what we have
fantastic.
in mind. Who knows, like where, you know, things are going to break out in phases, and it's obviously, you know, I think that's what we're going to find out in the master plan is, you know, how much this is really going to cost us. You know,
that'll be part of it. To come up with an estimate.
Yeah, and I don't want the community to think that it's going to be, you know, it's going to fall on whoever wants to do help out. We are applying for many grants. We're going to apply for the Massachusetts Park Grant next summer, which is a cap of $400,000. We've had many, you know, people in town that have, you know, come to us and, you know, wanted to donate, and any amount is appreciated, whether it's 50 cents or 50,000, anything is appreciated.
Schedule right now is
we applied for $15,000 from community preservation over the summer, and so we had to go in front of the committee, and as far as I know, we were we were approved for that money. Again, it's gone out to bid for the master plan, so so we're very appreciative for those funds.
So what's the schedule after that? Say bids come in, somebody to design it. What's the schedule? Do you have any planned schedule? You think this might be done in a year, or?
Well, and we've kind of thrown around a timeline. I think to be really ambitious would be to be breaking ground on a playground at some time next, like right around this time next year. Again, I think that's, really getting ambitious. But if not this time next year, definitely the spring of 2017. So, that again, I think that's where we are, and I think we've talked to Gary and Nick, and they really think that it would be great to break ground on the other playground while this is still in use. So that's kind of the thought process behind. It sounds
fantastic. I hope we can break ground a year from now. Maybe I don't see why that isn't possible.
Yeah, I mean, I think it all comes down to money, unfortunately. If we do get that $400,000 park grant, the stipulation for receiving that grant is that you must start the project within the calendar year, unless you apply for some kind of an extension. But knowing me, it's like I want to get things done as soon as possible, but I've also learned through this process that I want to do it the right way. So we're hoping next fall would be ideal, but just in case it's not next fall, it would be next spring.
That sounds fantastic. I can't wait for it to be built. And how many people on your committee, by the way, Shana?
So we have 7 people on the committee. It's myself, Bill Askenberg, Carol Martin, Greg Whitney, Mark Robillard, Cheryl Erickson, and Charlie Mickle.
That's fantastic. Your husband is Charlie Mickle?
Yes, and I'm like trying
You got everyone. That's fantastic.
I'm trying to count it out like a child.
Well, that's fantastic. And so it'll be open to everybody from, mostly Chelmsford people would use it, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But it's open to everybody, and there's no admission fee and that kind of thing. It's just fantastic. I think it'd be great.
Yeah, things have been thrown around about making it exclusively, a Chelmsford Park and things like that. But then you close yourself off to, state grants and funding and things like that. And plus, too, I think this is in such a neighborhood, section of the town that I really do think that, community members and, if there's anybody from Westford or some surrounding communities, like,
that might come once in a while.
And they have their wonderful spaces as well. So, like Drake, it has a brand new space. Like Lowell over at Shed Park, they have an awesome park over there. So,
I think
there's so many communities. Like, Littleton has theirs. Acton has Narra Park, which is beautiful.
I love Narra Park. They've done a great job over there. If you could do anything like that, it'd be fantastic. But your plans sound wonderful, Shane, and the committee. And thank you so much for being part of the committee, putting all that time and effort. You and everybody in the committee deserves a great deal of credit. And thank you so much for talking with us. And hopefully many people in the community, I hope will see this special show all about Robertsfield. And hopefully everybody will get a chance to watch it.
Yeah, that would be great. We are just still at a stage, even though we've been doing it for a year, that we're still trying to garner that, community awareness and community support. We had a booth at July 3rd, so it's just, we've done a couple of fundraisers. We've done a fundraiser here. And, not huge money makers, just, again, trying to really garner awareness and support, from the community, because we really do want people's input and feedback. And, again, this isn't trying to be a political thing. This is trying to, do something, wonderful for the community thing. So, I really want that to be above and beyond all else. That's what I really want the legacy of this to be if it happens, So,
and do you have a Facebook page about this park?
We do have a Facebook page.
What's it called?
It's called Robertsfield Renovation Project.
Robertsfield Renovation Project.
Yes.
So I got to join that if I haven't yet. So, Shana, how could people get in touch with the committee if they want more information about this renovation project?
Okay, so there's a couple of different ways. So we have our Facebook page, Robertsfield Renovation Project. Just go right on and you can search that way. There's also, too, we have an email address set up, robertsfieldrenovationproject@gmail.com.
Easy. That's easy.
And that actually goes directly to me. So if people want to do that. Also, too, if anybody is interested in donating anything, all they need to do is if it's a check, they can make it out to the town of Chelmsford, but I want people to feel comfortable in the fact that if they put in the memo line, Roberts Field, all of that money is earmarked for our project. So
Wonderful.
That's not going to go anywhere. And you know, again, if people would like to send that to me, they can email the Roberts Field Renovation Project at gmail.com or get in touch with us through Facebook, and I can tell them where to send it if they'd like to send it through me first, and then I bring it to the town. I have my own accounting too, so I like it to be checks and balances in both places. So,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, so.
It sounds like it's going to happen. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much for talking with us, Shana.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for everybody on your committee as well.
Yes, they're wonderful, so I couldn't do it without them, so.
Thanks, Shana.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's talk to some people about Roberts Field and Friendship Park and see what they like about it. So I'm here at Friendship Park with John.
Right,
John?
yeah.
And your dog's name is?
Joey.
And what kind of dog is Joey?
He's a black lab.
A black lab. Joey, hey Joey, and Joey's friendly, right?
Yeah, very friendly.
Hey Joey. Hi Joey. So how often do you bring your Joey here?
We bring our daughter here once every couple of weeks, and so when my daughter and my wife are playing in the park, I toss the ball around with the dog.
Oh, nice, nice. So you live nearby in Chelmsford or something? Or
Yeah, right down 27.
Nice, nice. Oh, I live near you too, off of 27.
Yep.
Great. So isn't Chelmsford a great town?
It's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your daughter here today too?
She is. She's off running around with my wife on the castle over there.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Very nice. Maybe we'll talk to them later if they would like. I don't know. She's looking at us.
Yeah, a little way, yeah.
Great. So, and you bring your dog here when you bring your daughter, and so you have your whole family here today, pretty much, right?
Whole crew's around.
Nice, nice. So, and Friendship Park is going to be renovated next year. The whole area, we could have new baseball fields here and an amphitheater maybe for music.
Awesome.
So it should be great, right?
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Really excited.
Great. Well, thank you so much, John, for talking with us. Maybe if we could talk to your daughter and your wife or whatever, we'll see if we could talk to them later.
If you can corral them, go for it. All right.
Thank you. Thanks, John. I'm here at Friendship Park with
Katie.
Hi, Katie, and you're here with your daughter?
Yes, Nora.
Nora. Hi, Nora.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Nora. Look at how beautiful she is, huh?
Yes.
Did you put her in for modeling yet? You probably not yet.
No, we don't need that.
Hi, Nora. Yeah, that could be tough, but I think she could make it as a nice model.
Thank you.
Very nice. So we're here at Friendship Park. How often do you come here?
We probably come once a week.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
And what does your daughter like to do here at the
What do
park?
you like to do? She likes to go on the swings and the slides, and today she's liking that sandbox. So.
They have some new toys there in the sandbox. I understand a shovel or whatever.
Yeah, that's probably.
Nice.
Yep, she always knows what's new. Yep.
And how old is your daughter?
She's 2.5.
So she's not in pre-K yet or anything,
No,
right?
no.
That'll be another couple of years, maybe.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Okay.
Well, thank you very much for talking with us, and I'll see you later.
Great.
Bye
Thank
now.
you.
Thanks. Thanks. So I'm here at Friendship Park with.
Katie Harris.
Hi, Katie. And Katie, I think you mentioned you're a teacher at Parker School.
I am a teacher in the district, yes.
How long have you been teaching there?
10 years in district, but this is my 3rd year at Parker.
How do you like Parker?
I love it. It's a great place to be every day.
And what grade do you teach?
6th grade, ELA and Social Studies.
ELA and social. ELA stands for?
English Language Arts.
They call it that instead of just English. Wow, got to make everything fancy these days.
Yes, they do. Yes, they
ELA.
do. Yes.
And what was the other course you teach?
Social Studies,
Oh,
World
nice.
Geography.
Nice. I think those are very interesting
It's
subjects.
fantastic. We have a lot of fun with what we do.
So it seems like you love what you do, and you bring your 2 children here to Friendship Park once in a while?
Oh, yes, very often. They love it here.
Nice, because you live right here in Chelmsford,
We
right?
do. We do. We live right
Nice.
around the corner.
Nice. And what's your son's name?
This is Will.
Hi, Will.
Can you say hi?
He's only, a year and a half?
Year and a half. Yes.
Hi, Will.
Can you say hi?
Hey, Will. We'll maybe get him playing later, aren't they? And your other son's name is?
Sam, off
Sam?
digging in the sandbox, which is where you'll find him mostly.
I know. So Sam is digging in the sandbox. So how often do you come here, by the way?
Oh, at least once a week.
Wonderful. And you're aware the park's going to be renovated, hopefully within the next year.
That will be fantastic. We lived, I grew up right around the corner, so I was here for the first renovation and
Nice.
played on it growing up, and so it's a nice place to bring my kids back to and have them have the opportunity to play in a great park in a great town.
It looks like I know it's a great town, but it looks like a great park to me too. I haven't been to each of these individual things too much in the past, but today I'm getting to see them very closely, and I think they're beautiful. I mean, the kids love them. They seem very safe.
Yes, we always have a great time here, and they have the diggers, the sandbox, and the boys couldn't be happier.
And maybe when they get older, they'll do some of the bigger things like the monkey bars and
I know,
everything.
we're not quite there yet. We try, but we're not quite there yet.
Nice, thank you very much. And hopefully you'll come back and see the park when it's finished,
Oh yes, absolutely.
and we'll do another show at that time.
Sounds good. That's great.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Great to talk with you today.
Thank you. Well, I'm here at Friendship Park with Amy and her 2 children and one of their friends today, right, Amy?
Yep.
How often do you come to Friendship Park, Amy?
At least once a week, maybe every other week
Nice.
when
And
we get a chance.
so you like it, and you're here with Zach. Are you Zach?
Yep.
Hi. What grade are you in, Zach?
I'm in 3rd grade.
3rd grade. Same thing with Ethan. What grade are you in, Ethan?
2nd.
2nd grade. Oh, wow. You're pretty tall for 2nd grade, huh? Yeah. Do you like coming to the park here as well?
Yes.
And what's your favorite thing here at the park? Do you have a favorite slide or anything?
The monkey bars that slide.
Great. How about you, Zach?
I like playing on the swirly slide.
Is this a swirly slide right here? Oh, where Madeline is, right? There's Madeline over here. We got Madeline. She's on the swirly slide now.
Track. Okay, go play. He's just gonna shoot this. Okay.
Go! Go! Nice. So I'm here at Friendship Park with another mother and 2 children came today, right? Could I ask your name?
Yep, I'm Fiona Stewart.
Hi, Fiona. So how often do you come to the park here, Friendship Park?
You know, we come a couple of times a week.
Oh, nice.
Yep, I have 4 children from 11 to 3, and they all enjoy being here.
11 to 3, and you come a couple of times a week. That's great. It's a beautiful park, isn't it?
It's great. It's absolutely nice to have something like this in town.
And what do the children most like to play on here at the park?
My older children love the baseball fields,
Yeah.
and they brought a ball with them today, so they're over there playing with that. And then my younger kids just love to play and slide here.
Nice. And we have one younger child right here, right?
Eli, can you say hi?
Hi. Come on, Eli. Little hello. Okay. He doesn't want to say hello. Oh, it's going to be on YouTube, Eli. Have you ever heard of YouTube? No? Okay. Eli hasn't heard of YouTube, but so Eli likes the slides and everything over
Eli
here?
loves the slides, loves to climb.
Nice. Well, the park is going to be renovated, we think, the entire park
Super.
within the next year.
That's awesome.
And
That's exciting.
we'll have new baseball fields and soccer fields and maybe an amphitheater.
Awesome.
So that's why we're doing a special show now, and then we'll do one later when it's all finished.
Sure. That sounds
Hey.
exciting.
Yeah.
That's
What-
great.
Oh, is this your son too? No?
No.
Hi, oh, another child playing? We have a lot of children playing here now, right? I guess school is out.
Beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day. Yeah, well, thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Thanks, bye now.
Bye.
I'm here with Christos over at Friendship Park at Robertsfield. Hi, Christos.
Hi.
What grade are you in, Christos?
3rd grade.
3rd grade. Oh, we just had another boy in 3rd grade over here. So what's your favorite thing at Friendship Park to play on?
I remember when I was a little kid, I played soccer here.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Did you like that?
Yes, I did.
You did. And do you like the slides here or the monkey bars?
I
or
like that slide.
Oh, that slide that goes around?
That I just climbed up.
You just climbed up? Well, how about if we see you come down that slide or play on something else over here?
Sure,
How
I'll
would that
go down the slide.
be? Wonderful. You want to do that now, Christos?
Sure.
Great, thank you. So I'm here at Friendship Park. We're by the, I guess, what are these called? Monkey bars?
Yeah, monkey bars and like swings.
And swings, and that's Christos, right, Christos?
Right.
So Christos is in 3rd grade,
Yes.
and your name is Dustin?
Yes.
And
In the
what-
same class.
The same. You're also in 3rd grade. Nice. So you like it here at Friendship Park, Dustin?
Yes.
What's your favorite part of the park, Dustin?
The ladder. Or
The
whatever.
ladder.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to go to there later with the ladder. So you come here to the park. You know it's going to be remodeled pretty soon, or in the next year anyway.
So
We-
like a new one.
yeah, with some water slides and things like that, and
Yeah.
a brand new baseball field or two. It's going to be
Soccer
beautiful.
field?
I think a soccer field as well. Yeah, it's
that
going to
would
be
be good,
fantastic.
that would be good.
So you both play soccer?
No, I'm the only one who plays soccer.
Oh, do you play any sports?
Yeah, my favorite one is to play soccer.
Play soccer? Oh, do you guys play baseball at all too?
I play baseball sometimes with my aunties.
Oh, nice. And you don't play baseball much?
Never did.
Never did. You play have you ever tried basketball?
Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah.
My dad and I practice like dribbling basketballs and stuff.
Oh, nice, nice. So you like coming here to Friendship Park, right? Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, I do.
Nice.
I love this park.
And your moms are here too, right? Over on the side, but they didn't want to be on camera, just so everybody knows. We talked to your parents today.
You should be on camera. That's funny. That's
Great, thanks. So you guys, do you want to try the monkey slide? We'll get you on camera.
Sure.
How about it? Could you each get on one side?
To the dog, yeah.
And you're Duncan?
I'm Duncan.
Yeah. And I'm Tom Christiano. Nice to meet you, Duncan.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
So how do you like it over here at Friendship Park, or Roberts Field?
I love it. Yes,
Nice.
it's really great. In fact, I don't really like to spread the word too much because
You don't want to get too crowded, right?
I
Yeah.
don't wanna get too crowded, yeah.
It might be renovated within the next year. Are you aware of that? Or-
Yes, I've heard that you're doing
Yeah.
some really nice things now. I mean,
yeah.
we're really enjoying it more than we used to. So
Wonderful.
It's great.
They keep the field nice, don't they? Given it's an open field here, about over an acre or two, or at least.
When I had my kids, we raised the kids and brought them down here and played ball, played football, played baseball,
Nice.
skating in the wintertime.
I know.
It's been fantastic. Yeah.
Because I noticed the ball field over here, like a baseball field and soccer fields, but there's no children today playing out there. Is that typical now?
It seems I'm afraid is more typical than it used to
Yeah.
be. It used to be a lot of kids. We'd gather the neighborhood kids
Yeah.
and come down and play ball.
That's how it was when I was growing up. We'd all get
Yeah.
together, all the kids after school. We'd play football in football season, baseball in baseball season, basketball.
Yeah. So for me, it's been wonderful because it's so
Yeah.
close. We just run down here and play ball and skate. And
You skate as well?
yeah.
Wonderful. Wow.
We used to play hockey on the pond. I
Really?
haven't played much hockey lately, but
Yeah. So the pond has been here for a long time, or forever, since you've been here.
since I've been here, yeah.
Wow, nice. It's a beautiful pond, isn't it?
Right, and to watch believe it or not, when we came down to watch the wildlife down here.
Yeah.
When we first came down here, there were pheasants all over the place.
Really?
Even not that long ago, in '68.
Wow.
But now the pheasants are gone.
I've never seen a wild pheasant in Chelmsford.
Yeah, I know.
And I've been here 38 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
we used to have them here.
Wow. Now we have, of course, the heron, and I saw geese today.
Yeah, the heron and the geese. The geese fly into the pond.
Nice,
It's
nice.
spectacular to watch. So.
And have you noticed the trail improvements around the pond with all the Eagle Scout projects?
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I've heard so many people say how great it has been
Yeah.
go out and walk through the trails.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you walk your dog Jessie on the trails?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Does she like it?
Oh yeah, she loves it. Yeah, yeah.
She stays pretty clean, I hope. Like, she doesn't go into the pond, does she?
It's on occasion.
On
But
occasion,
yeah,
oh.
no, you don't want to go into.
Yeah, especially with white. I don't. You see, Jessie, there's a white.
She come out black.
Oh my God! Yeah.
But
So-
she just wades.
Yeah.
So she feet are black and the top's white. Yeah.
How old is Jessie now, by the way?
She'll be 8 in December.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you have one dog at the moment?
Yes,
One dog?
Nice.
Nice.
Although I do walk another dog during the day sometimes.
Nice,
A
nice.
big lab that comes down. So we meet a lot of people walking their dogs, and it's
Oh yeah.
it's really I've gotten
Nice.
to know a lot of people that are.
And do you throw a ball with Jessie? Is that what the ball's for?
That's the ball. Yeah.
She likes to fetch the tennis ball?
Occasionally.
Occasionally? Oh.
Yeah.
Is she shy there? No, I see she's under your feet.
She's in the shade. She knows.
Oh, in the shade, right, right.
We don't have many shady spots down here. But
Yeah.
She knows all the shady spots.
It's hot in the sun today.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So you come here almost every day, Duncan, right?
yeah,
Almost?
Almost every day.
Wow. Even in the winter. What do you do when it's covered with snow?
This past winter was not very nice.
No.
Not down here. We've in my younger days we'd plow through the field with snow up over our knees and make a trail going around around the field. And, so we'd be down here almost every day, almost. Yeah.
Wow. And what did you do this past winter? Did you walk on the fields with the snow, or was there a path that was cleared?
Well, it was great up until February when the snow came. But we did manage to walk down. We'd come to the edge of the field and take a look and say, no, we're not going to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that we saw you here today, Duncan, you know, because...
Yeah, this is my time a day lately.
Oh, yeah.
We come down a lot of different times, but
Yeah.
lately it's been 4 o'clock in the afternoon we come down.
Nice. Well, thank you very much for talking with us, Duncan.
You're welcome. Yeah.
And Jessie, too. Thank you, Jessie.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm here at Roberts Field with a couple of wonderful people who know all about these wildflowers and weeds here at Roberts Field. The pond is in back of me, and there's a heron back there right now. It's a great day, and they're going to be telling us all about what we have here at Roberts Field. And I'm here with Chris LaRoche.
Yes.
And with Jocelyn Demuth. So Chris and Jocelyn know quite a bit about the wildflowers. So what do we have here? You were telling me a little bit about this one, Chris, earlier.
This is called a marsh milkweed. It has in the spring when it's in bloom, it has a big purple or reddish flower on it.
Oh.
It's one of the chief food sources for a native butterfly called the monarch.
Oh, nice.
They've been in decline for a number of years, and this is one of their chief food sources.
Oh.
There's another one present, but this one is one of their favorites.
Yeah.
One of the things that is caused their decline, just one of many, is invasive species like this beautiful purple loosestrife.
Oh.
It has a tendency to like the same environment and push the milkweeds out, shade them, and push them away. The loosestrife is very beautiful, and it still is a nectar and pollen source for native insects and butterflies. It also has some medicinal properties. It's supposed to cure hyperthyroidism and a premenstrual syndrome if you drink it as a tea, but I don't know that that's how much truth there is to that, but that's what they say as far as those are. There's also this one is jewelweed, or it's also called yellow touch-me-not.
Yeah.
This one supposedly cures mosquito bites and poison ivy. If you take the leaves and you're supposed to chew them up and put them on your mosquito bite or your poison ivy, it's supposed to take the itch away.
Oh, I had no idea. Wow.
They have an interesting way of distributing their seeds. After the flower goes by, a little pod appears, and it gets fatter and fatter and fatter over time. And if you brush up against it or pinch it, it disperses the seeds in a lot of different directions.
So it doesn't need bees or anything to pollinate or whatever?
I'm not, it certainly needs bees to pollinate these flowers, but the seed distribution is mechanical.
Oh, I see.
You know, this one, for instance, when the seeds grow, it has a little parachute on the end and they float away. And this one is a little different. It's a mechanical version of the same thing, but it could toss those little seeds, you know, up to 6 feet. And who knows how far this one could go? It could go many miles, but it's more likely to get caught up in the grass here and just start there.
The interesting thing about jewelweed is that, you know, jewelweed is something you will probably find in your yard because it grows just about anywhere. Whereas this is not the type of milkweed that you're likely to see in your yard.
No, I don't have any of these in my yard.
Because this is, you know, particular to this kind of environment.
A wet, marshy kind of.
Right. And, you know, when people think of milkweed, they only think, well, there's just one kind, but there's actually many kinds. And it's important for the butterflies and for the survival of, you know, milkweed as a species to have, you know, that we keep more than just the common, what's the common kind that grows in the yard called?
Common milkweed.
Common milkweed.
Wow.
Common milkweed, just
nice.
growing.
Well, is there anything else here before we move on to Pollinator Park?
I'd like to look at a couple of things just down the way a little bit if we could. This is a blue vervain, and it's sort of hidden in here with the rest of this purple loosestrife and some of the other greens here. But it's particularly interesting because it's one of the few fall flowering plants that are blue. These are all purples and pinks, and we see a lot of blues in New England in the spring. We see it in lupine and in violets and that sort of thing. But in the fall, we don't see it that often. And this is one of the plants that that does that.
Nice. Did you say what it was called?
This is blue vervain.
Blue vervain? And it could be used medicinally, were you telling me?
Yeah, this one is reported to have been used by Native Americans as a cure for anxiety and depression.
Nice.
I guess they just used the flower and dried it and made a tea out of it.
If there were more, I'd take some home and try it, but there's not enough here.
I would too, to tell you the truth.
Nice.
There's another one here too. I don't quite see it, but it's also in the same, it's called bugleweed, and it's present here, but it has the same properties as far as medicinally.
Nice.
They say that it'll cure anxiety and depression. Anxiety and depression.
Nice. And did we talk about these yet? Is this golden?
This is goldenrod.
Goldenrod.
This is this particular species is grass-leaf goldenrod. It's a very important species for pollinators because it's widespread. It blooms for a long time, and it only blooms in the fall. And it's one of the last meals that the insects will get before they basically close up shop for the winter.
So and do they survive over the winter sometimes?
They will.
The insects?
The insects, yes. For example, bees, their colony will survive over the winter, and this will be one of their last meals before winter.
Goldenrod.
And yes, and some butterflies do this as well.
Do the monarchs like this? Monarch butterflies?
Monarch butterflies like this, especially on their return trip. As you may know, they migrate all the way to Mexico to ride out the winter.
Wow. And then they come back in the spring or something?
Yes.
Nice.
And this is one of their favorite foods in the fall is goldenrod.
So if you have any growing on the sides of your yard or something, let it grow, right? If you want to attract butterflies.
Right.
Sure.
And contrary to what people think, it is not an allergen. It grows often alongside with ragweed, which is an allergen. But the pollen here is too heavy. It's not going to create allergies for you. And there are, again, like milkweed, there's actually many different types of goldenrod, and it all flowers at slightly different times in the fall. And so again, it's good, you know, to have different types of goldenrod in a meadow, in a public space, so that way, you know, the insects are fed throughout the week as opposed to all one type.
Yes.
You know, so if you're driving down the highway and, you know, you see those beautiful purple fields, all purple.
Like loosestrife or something?
Right, that's usually what it is. That's not good. You know, that's good for pollinators, but only for one small time.
Yes.
And then only a couple of insects that I don't even know, but that will eat the leaves. So the diversity is the most important.
Nice. Well, should we head over to Pollinator Park here at Roberts Field and see what's over there?
Absolutely.
Great, thank you. We're here at the Pollinator Park part of Roberts Field, and we're here with Chris and Jocelyn talking more about these weeds here at Pollinator Park. What do we have here, Chris?
This, it's a little gone by. They're at their peak in late June and in July, but it's called spotted Joe pieweed, and it's one of the most important native plants that provide nectar to our native bees and butterflies and other insects during that period. I wanted to point it out because when I first visited Pollinator Park and I came around the corner behind me, this was all ready to burst into bloom. And as someone who is interested in these things, it was a beacon for me. Wow. Because they're such an important pollinating plant, and they're just here by happenstance.
Wow.
And now, even though they look dead, they're not actually dead. They're providing food for birds. So they're still very much contributing to the community of the park.
Nice.
With all their seeds.
And another important plant growing right next door is another species of goldenrod. We saw our grass leaf goldenrod previously, and this one is a gray goldenrod. It's probably one of the most common species in our area, but it's very important for fall pollinators as well. And there's another sample of jewelweed.
Jewelweed over there? Nice. Nice, thank you. Well, shall we look to another section of the Pollinator Park?
Absolutely.
Great. Well, we're here at another part of Pollinator Park with Chris and Jocelyn. So what do we have over here, Chris? Do we have a little blackberry bush here, right?
Well, these are blackberry brambles, and they're often dropped through bird droppings, and they grow wherever they find a home and provide food for birds again the following year.
Oh, the blackberries, that'd be
Absolutely.
nice. Yeah. And what else do we have here?
Well, this entire area is the natural flowering meadow that's part of Pollinator Park. And it's got a variety of native and non-native species here, and it's absolutely perfect place to start.
Yes.
It provides lots of cover for native species and food and shelter.
Nice, nice. And you were talking about maybe planting some grasses here in the future for diversity or something?
Right. One of the things that we notice here is that while it's very beautiful and has lots of color, there isn't a lot of diversity throughout this mowable area. Yeah. So what we'd like to do is make an assessment of what species might be present here and add some that might augment the beauty that's already present. Yes. You know, using some native grasses that are very important for foragers or for beneficial insects. Off the top of my head, there are a few tall grasses that would look nice in here called Indian grass or a big blue stem, maybe some switchgrass. But we don't know exactly what's growing out here now, and I'd like to see it again in the spring to see what see what's coming up.
Nice.
And we'll add some plants as needed.
Hopefully we could do that. Thank you so much, Chris. So if people want to encourage butterflies for the backyard, the goldenrod would be good, right? And letting a lot of these wild weeds and grasses grow, right?
Right.
In the sides of the yard, or even in the middle of the yard if they want.
Right. You can find some great ideas for putting native plants in your yard just with a search online. And it would give you some examples of what you might want for the type of environment you have, whether your home is shady, whether it's sunny, whether it's wet or dry. And you could select some plants that you like and make a small section of your yard for the native animals just to be able to stop and eat and take shelter.
Yes, including the butterflies you're talking about, right?
Absolutely.
And the bees come by a lot, and
butterflies and bees. And I mean, we don't know, but we are losing so many of our native butterflies and bees and native insects, to loss of habitat. And loss of habitat is basically a pristine lawn, which is referred to by many biologists as a dead zone.
Yeah.
So this is nothing where any of our natural insects can live.
Yeah.
So if you just let part of your yard just go wild,
Yes.
just start there.
Yeah.
Now you've already created a habitat.
Yes.
And it's not like, we don't need to create a habitat for bears or for wolves.
Yeah.
I mean, butterflies got to live too.
Yeah.
And this
yeah.
is something that, we can all do.
Yes.
With very little cost. In fact,
Yes.
with less cost of maintaining a yard.
Yeah.
And beneficial for the environment.
That sounds fantastic, Jocelyn. Well, thank you so much, Chris and Jocelyn, for being here with us today on the Tom Christiano Show. Hopefully you'll all enjoy the full hour that we have, but it's great talking to Chris and Jocelyn. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
So I'm here at the trails that surround the pond at Roberts Field with Eagle Scout candidate Kenny Carr. And Kenny is working on a project over here with 13 scouts today and some adults as well. And Kenny's going to hopefully tell us what the project is all about, Kenny?
Yeah, the whole goal of the project is to increase the accessibility of the trail. Right now it's mucky and full of old pieces of wood, so we're trying to clean that out. The first day that we're doing is we're cleaning up all the litter, getting rid of all the junk that's on the trail. So our next work day, we can start building and start work on the walkways.
Wonderful. So this is the first day of you and all the scouts here?
Yep, this is the very first day.
But you've been planning it for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And fundraising and everything?
I just finished fundraising at the end of August. Luckily, it went very quickly. We got money. Thank you to everyone who donated. Yeah, we got the money really quick, so we can start as soon as possible. But I have been planning the project since, I believe, February.
Since February.
So it has been a while, just getting signatures and getting everything planned out. But it's going real quick right now.
And how long do you think the project will take, Ken?
Since everything is all set and ready to go, I believe 2 work days we could get it done. So it's just a matter of permission slips and all that stuff. But at this point, we're ready to go.
Wonderful.
So it should be very quick.
And once it's done, how long after that do you become an Eagle Scout?
After you submit your project, I have to do a little more paperwork on the finishing touches of the project review. There's questions in the packet, and then after that's done, I have to work on a few more merit badges. Once those are out of the way, it will be in a package, and then I'll submit it from there and go from there. So I'm hoping everything's set up to go, but I'm hoping by the end of the year.
By the end of this calendar year, 2015.
Yep,
right?
everything's in order. So
wonderful. And just quickly before we go and interview some of the other scouts, could you just summarize what scouting has meant to you, what you've learned from scouting, why you've enjoyed scouting, and why you feel it's important to be an Eagle Scout?
I've started scouting. I went through Cub Scouts and then I went on to Boy Scouts. It's been a huge part of my life. It's something you can't get from other programs. It's a way of life. It's every day you think the same way. So scouting teaches a lot of manhood. It gets you going, and it builds leadership, and it just helps. I couldn't have done this project if I had no experience. So it's just something that once you get into it and you keep going, it's a life goal, and you never once an Eagle Scout, you're always an Eagle Scout. So it's something people look at, and it's been a huge part of my life. So I'm happy to make it this far.
And just from my perspective, Kenny, I've been watching you lead the 13 scouts today, the 12 and yourself maybe, and what a fabulous job you're doing, Kenny. You have a good leadership skill about you, a good voice, a good demeanor. You're very good when you talk to people about, would you do this and do that?
Thank you.
So I think you're going to be a great leader. Do you have, by the way, what do you want to be eventually in your life, or have you decided yet?
I'm not sure at the moment. One career I've always been looking at was to be a police officer. Over the summer, I attended the State Police Academy, and that was really fun, 5 days. So it is a career, but I am keeping my options open in case something, I feel like, oh, I'm good at this, and I'm open for anything really.
Well, I think with your skills and your talent, Ken, I think you're going to go very far. And thank you so much for choosing Roberts Field to do your Eagle Scout project. So good luck with everything. Hopefully I'll be there at your Eagle Scout ceremony.
I hope so too.
Thank you, Kenny.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Well, I'm here at Roberts Field with Kenny Carr, the Eagle Scout candidate today, and 3 of his Boy Scouts that are helping him with this project. I think Kenny had about 13 Scouts here today, and we have 3 wonderful examples of Boy Scouts. So could you tell us what you're doing here today to help Kenny?
Well, we're here today to work on the little non-used trail.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to put some boardwalks in so people can walk around here even during when there's high water level, so it's not like leaking into the pond where you can't use it then. It's really helpful because an Eagle Scout before made bridges, so that helps.
Yes.
And
Oh,
then-
Joe Rosano, right?
Joe Rosano.
Joe Rosano did some bridges.
Yeah, but the boardwalks are going to be really nice.
Nice. So you're helping Kenny out today, and how do you like being a Boy Scout? You're all Boy Scouts, right? For a year or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And so how do you like it so far?
I feel as though I have a lot of fun. The troop, everyone is so friendly. I've been able to do stuff that I never thought I would be able to do in my life, like climb a mountain, and I've learned so much, and I encourage lots of other people to join Boy Scouts.
And what troop are you in?
77.
77, and it's headquartered in, is it St. Mary's Church is the sponsor? Yes. Wonderful. And how do you like Scouts? Did you go to camp this year? Or
Yes, Camp Wataka was a lot of fun.
It was?
Yeah, they had 2 sheep there, and then the funny part about it is like the last day before when everybody was leaving, the sheep actually escaped.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, and then you caught him? Somebody caught him?
Yeah, somebody actually.
Eventually? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Oh, okay. So you're all in Eagle Scouts now. Do you want to become Eagle Scouts?
Definitely. Most definitely.
Most definitely, yeah. So we have a fair number of Eagle Scouts from St. Mary's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like quite a number.
Good amount.
But it's only a small percentage that become Eagle Scouts like Kenny Carr will be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kenny, did you want to thank all of your workers and everybody who helped out?
Yeah, we had a great turnout today, and I'm so helpful to have you. I'm so happy to have you guys here, and you're hard workers, so I couldn't have done it without you guys, and I appreciate all your help taking time off from Saturday. So thank you very much. Thanks again. Hopefully you'll be here for the next build day.
And it was great. We had perfect weather today, and hopefully it'll be perfect weather when Kenny gets his Eagle Scout Award as well. Hopefully I could be there at the Court of Honor or whatever, and because it'll be great to see you, Kenny, doing that. I think you're going to do a great job, not only as a scout, but in life itself and in the military and college.
Thank you.
So, and thank you for allowing us to be part of your project here today.
It's my pleasure. I'm happy to have you guys here.
So thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks. No problem.
So I'd like to thank all the people who helped us produce this 1-hour show at Roberts Field. We spoke to Shana from the Roberts Field Renovation Committee, and we spoke to Jocelyn and Chris, and we had wonderful drone work by Craig Robertson and Dan Sylvia, and fantastic camera work and editing by Bill Askenberg. If you have any questions about it, please check us out on Facebook at the Friends of Roberts Field, and we'll be glad to answer any questions there, or you could send me an email at tcristiano@comcast.net. Thanks for watching the show. Ciao.